There are moments in life that seem small and significant, but they end up changing everything. Today's story is about an older brother who quietly sacrificed for his family, only to realize he was nothing more than a shadow behind his younger brother's spotlight. At a dinner that was meant to celebrate love and connection, he was told there was no seat for him at the family table. But that was also the moment he stood up and built his own story. The table with "No seat for me. My name is Ethan. I'm 34 years old, work in finance, live alone, and have never caused a stir. My family, on the other hand, is the complete opposite: loud, performatively close-knit, and masters of pretending everything is fine while ignoring what really matters. I was never the golden child or the black sheep. I was just the one who always showed up on time, paid my bills, and never forgot a birthday. And yet, somehow, I never truly felt like I belonged at the center of the family. My younger brother, Nathan, was the star. Confident, rebellious, charming in a chaotic kind of way, he had a magnetism that drew everyone in. Even when he dropped out of college, burned through 2 jobs, and moved back home at 28, our parents still adored him like he was a misunderstood genius. Me, I paid my own way through school, held the same job for over a decade, and even covered part of the mortgage when Dad lost his job. But none of it ever earned me a seat at the metaphorical family table. Still, I played the role of the quiet older brother, sent money, showed up on holidays, smiled through the passive-aggressive jokes. "Ethan, why so serious? Lighten up, man!" I endured it all, hoping that one day, maybe I'd finally be seen as part of the family. Then came the dinner party that shattered that illusion. Nathan got engaged to a woman named Emily. The family adored her mom, even called her a gift from heaven. To celebrate, they planned an upscale rooftop dinner far beyond what they could usually afford. 3 weeks before the dinner, Mom called in her sweetest voice, "Ethan, honey, could you help us book the reservation? We'll pay you back, of course. It's just to hold the spot." I knew "we'll pay you back" was a fantasy, but as always, I said yes. I booked for 20 guests, paid the $500 deposit, chose a venue with the sunset view Nathan liked, and even ordered flowers based on Mom's suggestions. I told myself, this time, I'll finally be part of it. That evening, I arrived early, dressed in a suit, holding a bottle of champagne and a card with the couple's names on it. When I stepped into the private section, everyone was already there: Nathan, Emily, her family, and my parents, laughing, toasting, fully immersed. I smiled and walked toward them. Nathan turned, smirking. "Oh, you made it?" Then he pointed to a fold-out chair next to a trash can. "Sorry, this table's for family only." I froze. Thought he was joking, but Mom gave me a tight-lipped smile. Dad raised his glass and looked away. Emily didn't even glance at me. A few people laughed. I walked to the chair in silence, placed the champagne on the floor. No one asked if I wanted to order. I sat for 2 hours watching the celebration unfold like a ghost among the living. Then came the check over $3,000. The waiter approached me. "Excuse me, sir? Shall we use the same card on file?" I looked him in the eye and said calmly, "No need. I don't belong at that table." Silence. Every eye turned toward me. Mom opened her mouth, but I repeated Nathan's words. "This table's for family." "Right?" I stood, grabbed my coat, and walked away for the first time, choosing not to stay. That night, Nathan texted, "You happy now?" embarrassing us in front of Emily's family. Mom messaged, "You humiliated us in front of the in-laws." But then, a surprise call from Emily. "Ethan, We don't talk much, but did you really pay for the whole dinner? Yes, I said. Oh, no agenda. Just wanted to help. She sighed. Nathan told me you insisted. Said you're shy and didn't want to sit with us. I just found out that wasn't true. Oh, my dad. He's furious. The next day, I learned Emily's father canceled the wedding deposit. Emily moved back to her apartment. The wedding was off. Days later, Mom sent a 5-paragraph email no apology. Just you misunderstood, and let's not let one silly night destroy the family bond. I stayed silent. Then my Aunt Sharp, no-nonsense, and rarely involved, called me. Finally, someone flipped the damn table. You've taken too much for too long, Ethan. You don't need to fix a thing. The story didn't end at dinner. A few days later, I heard that Emily officially called off the engagement. No surprise. Someone like her wouldn't overlook how Nathan's family treated their own. Nathan called me 5 times. I didn't answer. I didn't need more excuses. Instead, I logged into the shared bank account I'd once set up for Nathan when he was unemployed. He'd been using it for gym, fees, Spotify, and dinner dates. I quietly transferred the remaining funds, just a few $1,000s, to my private account. The money I'd left untouched out of brotherly loyalty. Then I closed the account. The next morning, Nathan called again. This time, I picked up. What the hell, man? I was taking Emily out. My card got declined. I closed the account. I said, you can't, I can. And I did. You told me I wasn't family, remember? And I hung up. No shaking hands. No regrets. A few weeks later, I heard the doorbell. It was Mom holding a warm lasagna. Eyes swollen, pride stripped away. No makeup, no performance. Did you have dinner yet? I brought something. I opened the door, just enough for her to know she was allowed in. She sat at the old kitchen table where she used to wrap Christmas gifts with me, but there was no laughter, no scent of cinnamon. She lowered her eyes. I didn't come to explain, she said. I came to apologize. There was a pause. Then she continued, you were always the quiet one. Never asked for anything, always showed up. And maybe that's why. We started taking your presence for granted. Her words hit harder than I expected, not because they erased the pain, but because, for the first time, someone in my family stopped, turned around, and truly saw me. I didn't forgive her right away, but in that moment, I felt heard. Not everyone born into a family is given a rightful seat at its table. But maybe it's not about waiting to be invited. It's about standing up and building your own. Ethan did. And from a chair beside a trash can, he created a space of his own where respect, kindness, and real love live. Are you sitting? At the right table? Or is it time you built your own where you are seen?
Subscribe for more real stories that touch the heart.